Now we've got two more people coming up. Two more. We've got Claire Sandberg in a second, who's come all the way from Bernie Sanders' campaign in America, where she's been working on a new process called barnstorming to engage the electorate. And so it's a very interactive session. But before that, before we have Claire on, we have someone whose name's been mentioned many times already, and of course is going to be the winner in Oxford West Abingdon, Layla Moran.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you all. Do you realise you are making history here, right now? Look, the sun's even shining, kind of. We are doing something that I don't think has ever happened on this scale before, where the parties to the left of the extremes are coming together and making history and actively doing something to oppose those who want to crush the fabric of our society. So I am first and foremost saying thank you for everything you're doing, and thank you for being here. I especially want to say thank you to the Green Party, who in their principled and bold move stepped behind me, and that has sent a powerful signal to all other progressive voters across the constituency. Cheryl in particular, thank you so much. And thank you to Helen Salisbury and those NHA voters who are also coming behind. We have a common cause in the NHS, which Helen has so eruditely pointed out. So thank you as well. And to Labour voters, the number of Labour voters who are putting up posters, who are even coming out campaigning with us, is extraordinary. It's this kind of groundswell that we need and have to have in order to win Oxford West Abingdon. What you are doing is brave and very much appreciated. Thank you so much. And last but by no means least, and I've had a couple of people say, can you really do this? And I'm sure it's a question that is in more than one mind. And I can tell you that since the election has been called, I've been pretty much on doorsteps every free moment I've got, almost every day. And the thing that gives me the most hope that we can do this are those moderate, progressive conservatives, and there are many of them, who do not recognize this government. They tell me that this is not what they voted for in 2015. This is not the kind of Britain that they want. And with all of us uniting together, yes, we can win Oxford West and Abingdon back. But if we don't, we know what's at stake and what happens. Theresa May, and by proxy Nigel Farage, win. Indeed. The Tory manifesto, I think, says it all. Have you actually read it? It is atrocious. We had the milk snatcher, and now we have the lunch snatcher. And I can tell you that that is not going down well with people with young kids. But even worse, and the gift that Theresa May has given us, is what she plans to do on social care. Now, we are all agreed that social care needs more funding. That is an absolute. But you don't do it by asking people to literally sell up their entire lives to pay for their own bill just because they have a disease that happens to last a long time. That is not the way you do it. So we are going to oppose her on that, and that is causing a lot of Conservative voters, I have to tell you, to think again about whether or not Mrs. May is the right person for them. Nigel Farage, I think, said it all about Theresa May when he tweeted, "She's been using the same words and phrases that I've been saying for the last 20 years. And that is the kind of preem that we are headed for. And even worse, if she has a landslide. This rally is called Stop a Tory Landslide, and that is exactly what we plan to do. And the reason why is because ultimately we need to make her care, because deep down we know she doesn't care. She doesn't care about our society. She doesn't care about the school funding crisis. She doesn't care about the NHS. She doesn't care that our universities are already facing a brain drain, not just because of research funding, but because she won't guarantee the rights of EU citizens who are planning to move abroad because that's where the certainty is. This is not a woman who cares. And least of all, she cares about the opportunities for young people who now can't have the same level of freedom or for where they work and where they live in their lives that we enjoyed as adults. It's simply not fair. She just doesn't care. And we are here today because we do. We care for a different Britain. And this is what unites us. These are the values that unite us. An open and tolerant Britain, where we look after those who are the most vulnerable, where we give people opportunity so that they can make the most out of their lives, and to give every child, no matter their background, a fair chance to reach their potential. Those are the values that tie us together. And so what I ask of you is this. Please come and support me. We can't do this alone. And that is why we are here. Just this morning, I had a group of people from across parties coming to canvass for the very first time. I need you out there, even if it's just one-to-one with a good friend and getting them to do the right thing on the day. There is so much that you as an individual can do to change the outcome of this election. Don't listen to Theresa May. It is not done and dusted. Oxford West Abingdon is absolutely winnable. And with your help, let me be the beacon for the values that we all hold so dear and help elect me as the MP on June the 8th. Thank you very much.